The sacred stain, the sandstone pillars of the ancient temple in Alwar stood tall, whispering stories of centuries. Among them, the chants of prayers often echoed, merging with the rustle of banyan leaves and temple bells. But that morning, something else lingered in the air, an unspoken tension. Tika Ram Jali, the newly appointed leader of opposition in Rajasthan, had visited the temple to offer prayers. As a Dalit and a long-time advocate for social justice, his presence was symbolic. To many, it marked a small yet significant step toward breaking centuries-old barriers. To others, it was seen as a blemish on the temple's perceived purity. Jali had stood quietly before the deity, hands folded, his mind not on politics but on peace. He didn't notice the eyes that trailed him from the shadows or the whispers that began to spread. Hours after he left, former MLA Gyan Dev Ahuja arrived, flanked by a few staunch supporters. In a spectacle caught on video and later broadcast to the nation, Ahuja poured holy water around the sanctum, muttering mantras of purification. Impure feet, he later said in an interview. We must cleanse what was defiled. The clip went viral. Outrage followed. Jali watched the footage late into the night from his modest home, sitting in silence. The room was dim, the air thick. His wife placed a gentle hand on his shoulder, but he didn't look up. What century are we in? He finally asked, the question floating in the stillness like incense smoke. He didn't sleep that night, nor the next. But what hurt him most wasn't the act itself. It was the message it sent. To the children who looked up to him, to the thousands in the villages who still walked separate paths to temples, drew water from different wells, lived a life marked by invisible lines. At the All India Congress Committee session in Ahmedabad, Jali sat quietly as Rahul Gandhi approached him. No speech, no grand gesture, just a hand on his back. A few quiet words, we stand with you. It wasn't politics, it was solidarity. For the first time in days, Jali felt the weight ease just a little. Back in Alwar, however, the temple stood as it always had, unchanged. But something had shifted in the minds of people. Young students from a local college staged a protest. A group of priests from another temple in the district invited Jali to visit their sanctum, this time with a welcome aarti and open arms. The stain, one priest said during the visit, was never on the temple. It was on the minds of men. Jali smiled, not because the battle was over, but because it had begun to be fought.